The Mona Lisa. Das ist dein erstes Mal hier in Paris?
Meins auch.
Auch sehr
Ja.
gut. Well, it's undeniable that the most popular piece of art here at the Louvre is the Mona Lisa by the great Leonardo da Vinci, of course. I'm a big fan of Leonardo da Vinci. He was a fantastic artist and polymath. He was incredibly skilled at very many different things. But to be really honest with you guys, I'm not a gigantic fan of the Mona Lisa, primarily because of the fact that, of course it's a nice painting and it's the most famous painting in the world. But in my humble opinion, it's mostly due to its story. Even surrounding the Mona Lisa here at the Louvre, there are so many incredible pieces of art that are so beautiful and intricate, and by no means am I saying that the Mona Lisa isn't a good piece of art. It's great, but they're even in the same room as the Mona Lisa is, there are many other paintings that I would rather look at, to be honest. Head on a plate, Saint Joseph Baptiste. That guy's ready to beat that Hydra right in the head, or in one of its heads. Something I find really, really interesting too is that some people come to the Louvre just to really see the Mona Lisa, maybe the Venus de Milo. However, that's all they go see without really paying attention to all the fantastic paintings around the museum. I mean, look at this. The Young Martyr. This is one of my favorite paintings here at the Louvre. It's by Géricault, and he's buried at Père Lachaise, the same cemetery as Jim Morrison and many other amazing artists like Georges Bizet. And this is the Raft of the Medusa, which is a fantastic, gigantic painting. It's dark, yet beautiful. Beautiful. This is a painting depicting Leonidas. Of course, whoever watched the movie 300 is familiar with this battle. And here's the great Napoleon in his coronation. The coronation actually took place at Notre Dame here in Paris. And it must have been quite the glorious event. I wish I were there, like that. And over here we're gonna see the beautiful sculpture of Winged Victory. Unfortunately, she's missing her head, but she stands victorious nonetheless. Observe especially the details. It's quite glorious. Now we are already approaching the most famous piece of art in the world, arguably. The room is always completely full of people from all over the world who come to see the Mona Lisa. And but just the hall in front of the room where the Mona Lisa is located, there are just so many fantastic paintings as well. Beautiful Italian paintings. That saint got a sword or a dagger on the head, or a kitchen knife or whatever that is, and that seems rather uncomfortable. I'm not sure what's up with this trend of saints with knives on their heads. I'm sure it has some interesting meaning. I'm not sure if they survived these wounds, but in the pictures they seem to be fine, so, well. And here we are. I'm gonna enter the room and show you guys how many people there are inside. Right now it's a little bit less busy because it's closer to closing time at the Louvre, but it's nonetheless still quite busy. Facing the Mona Lisa, there's just this gorgeous, gigantic painting. The Wedding at Cana. I find this painting so incredible, and it's just right in front of the Mona Lisa. And interestingly enough, a lot of people don't even pay attention to it, just because the Mona Lisa is right there. I was already here earlier today, and there were a lot more people. So here she is. The Mona Lisa. And of course, the Mona Lisa is behind bulletproof glass. I think it's also laser proof and everything proof, basically. And it's been stolen before. Hopefully that's not going to happen again. I doubt it because there's they take care of it here. But check out all the gorgeous paintings in this room. And the interesting thing, like I mentioned before, is that we rarely see people even focusing on the other paintings. People just flock over to the Mona Lisa. So many great paintings. It's just, it's quite fantastic. Here's a painting of a mom and her little son who doesn't seem to be having a good time. And right outside here, I'm just leaving the room of the Mona Lisa. We have many great paintings. Most of them are quite glorious. There are at least a couple of other paintings by our friend, the great Leonardo da Vinci. Let me try to find them so I can show them to you guys. And here's a painting of Saint Joseph Baptiste by the great Leonardo da Vinci. And legend has it that he actually modeled the painting based on a friend of his. What amuses me is the impudent look on his face. And here's a painting of a lady. She's in a rather uncomfortable situation. Observe also the great halls here at the Louvre. They're absolutely beautiful and quite large and epic looking. You can probably notice that many of the paintings are religious themed, and that's primarily because, you know, back in the day, the church would commission the great artists of the time to actually do the paintings. So many of them were, of course, themed based around religion. Here, however, is a painting that isn't religious themed by Caravaggio. Observe the elegant detail, the expression in their faces. Here is a painting of David after he defeated Goliath, and the name of the painting is David, victorious over Goliath. Well, in French, it's David vainqueur de Goliath. Here they depict David as he looks like a child, and Goliath apparently had a gigantic head. He was allegedly gigantic himself, so. Nonetheless, David defeated him with a stone to the head, and then, I guess, he decapitated him. Of course, that David showed no mercy. You can observe that there are selfie sticks wherever you go. Right outside of the Louvre, there's the L'Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel, which I find absolutely gorgeous. Look at Cupid here in this painting. He's up to no good. Someone is about to fall in love with Cupid's arrow. Here we have this beautiful painting of the purification of the Virgin. And that little guy isn't interested in the purification. He seems to be a lot more interested in the white doves. Oh well, to each his own. Here's a very interesting picture of Pandemonium, the palace of demons. And I get warm just looking at it, actually, because there's a lot of lava and stuff. And here we find ourselves in front of Venus de Milo, who should represent the standard of female beauty in her divine shape. Unfortunately, it's already time for me to wrap up this video because I should get going. However, I hope you enjoyed the video. And needless to say that the Louvre is a fantastic, gigantic museum. Even if I spent all day here and I made videos and videos, I would not even be able to do it justice. There's just a lot of great art here. So I barely scratched the surface of the Louvre in this video. Hallo, so ich bin hier. Das ist dein erstes Mal hier in Paris?
Meins auch.
Auch sehr gut. Und ich liebe Paris. Das ist vielleicht mein 9. Mal hier in Paris. Ich habe euch gesagt, dass ich liebe die deutsche Sprache. Und ich denke, dass jedes Mal, dass ich in Deutschland bin, es ist, als ob ich zu Hause bin.
Okay.
Und ein Teil von meinem Herz ist Deutsch, denke ich. So.
Das ist auf jeden Fall schön zu hören.
Ich liebe Deutschland. Ich komme aus Brasilien und deswegen bin ich...
Wahnsinn.
Es gibt immer Leidenschaft dafür. Aber
Treffen wir uns das nächste Mal in Brasilien.
perfekt.
Ja,
Oder
okay.
Kanada, vorne in Vancouver.
Okay,
Sehr gut.
eins davon. Gut.
Wer sagt das?
Vielen Dank
Bitte, gerne.
und tschüss. Mua.